Hello and welcome. It's the 1st of December. That means Advent of Code started. So it's basically a website that has a daily code challenge until Christmas. And it's a lot of fun and it really trains you in solving problems. So I just want to show you how you do the first one in Oracle. So I'm not gonna read the whole text here, just gonna skip to the interesting part. So you get an input that's like this, and it's basically a line feed terminated string and has numbers, and each numbers stands for amount of calories an elf from Santa Claus has in his backpack, and these three are, for example, from the first elf, and then there's an empty line that separates the next elf, and the next one has only one item with 4,000 calories, and then again an empty line, and the next one has 5,000 and 6,000. And the challenge here is to find out how many total calories is the elf carrying with the most calories. And let's start out with the sample input, and I'm gonna switch to the code, and here I have an empty SQL file, and what I do first is create a table to store the data. So create table elf calories, or elf call the first column. That's just a number where we that we go through for each elf, and then we have calories, that's also a number, and we also gonna give a constraint elf calories primary key things GitHub autopilot. So yeah, I think that's a good table we can maybe do in memory to make it faster, and we don't need to write to disk. And in the end of the script we will also want to drop the table. Find out if it works. Yeah, great. Okay, so first thing we need to do is to pass this input string, and for that I'm gonna use PL/SQL. So we're gonna do a declare first, and we're gonna do a input variable of type varchar max, and because we have line feeds, I'm gonna use this queue syntax, and then we're gonna pass the input in here. Copy that. Okay. And paste it. That looks good. Okay, we can do a begin and end. So what we want to do first is, I think, split this string by 2 new lines. So we actually get blocks of each elf's input. So we will get this part, this part, this part, and afterwards we can process that. So for that I'm gonna use apex string.split. So we can just go ahead, apex string.split. You of course need an Apex installation for that. But we pass the input, and afterwards we want to split by a line feed. We have a global constant for that, application.lf, but we need that 2 times because we want to split by this new line, so that's 2. So again the same. So this returns an array, an apex varchar2 array. So we need an elf array, and gonna give it apex t varchar2 and pass the result in here. And let's maybe log how many elves we have. So we're gonna dbmiss output put line elves, yeah. Or let's see if I have actually enabled dbmiss output. Unfortunately not. So I'm back in a few seconds. Yeah, I'm back. I just forgot I can just put set server output on the top of the file. And of course I also forgot to add a slash after the PLSQL plot. So now if we run this again, we can see what we're doing here. So we have 5 elves, that's correct. So we can then loop through these elves with a for loop. So for en, oh, thank you. For each elf in the array, we can then go ahead and we can, first output the elf, what he has. So let's go ahead. Forgot something. And oh yeah, GitHub Copilot. Thank you. So yeah, okay, this is the output. And what we do here now is we split again by a line feed. So elf single calories is equals apex string split, and we then get the elf array input here, etc. So what we do now is then loop again through these values, elf single calories count, and we can then, it's right what Copilot suggests. We just gonna insert the elf calories values with this. No, actually, it's not good what it suggested. We need to sum it up first. So let's do an count something. So elf cal sum equals 0, and it's from type PLSQL integer. PLS integer. Yes. So we add just something up, and let's always reset it first. So here in the elf loop, we set it to 0. And let's just put him here. Elf, let's do apex string dot format for easier logging, and just put elf %0 and his sum of calories. So first is the I, and second is the elf cal sum. And saved, run the script again. Yeah, I haven't defined this variable yet. So let's do again. Yeah, okay, this is the sums we get. So we just need to insert it into the table, I guess. Insert into our table. Elf calories. Values I and the sum. Great. So going back to the task, we just need to find out the elf with the most calories, how much calories he has. So let's just do a query afterwards. And we don't want to select everything. We want the calories of the one where calories, thank you Copilot, where the calories equal the maximum of calories, and we get his calories. So let's also get the ID so we know which one he actually is. It's not ID, it's elf. Yes. L4 has 2400 calories. So yes, that was just a sample. So my real input is here. And of course, it's way more complex than the simple sample. So here we can't really check manually if we did something wrong. So make sure we pasted it correctly. Here should be no line break. Okay, great. And let's run that script again. Maybe also delete that output here so we don't get too much. And we have 255 elves, and it says elf 65 has 70,600 something, and that's correct. That was the result for part 1. Great, part 1 is done now. So there's also part 2. And part 2 is a little bit different, but not much. It just asks how many calories from the top 3 elves that carry the most, how many calories are they having. So we need to change something. So let's comment something here. Elf with most calories. Then let's first do the top 3 elves. Elves, I don't know. So, okay. We're gonna use the rank function. So we do rank to over order by calories disk as cal rank. We want also the elf calories, and yeah, that works. We order by calories and fetch the first 3. So run that. And yeah, I made a typo. Not bad. Okay, so we get our first result. We also get the other 2s, and they have these much. So let's sum it up. So do another query, top 3 elves cal sum, and we're gonna just copy this as a subquery with data s. Okay, and then we select just the sum of these from data. And if I made no errors, I should get something. Oops, I made an error. So what does it say? Missing right parenthesis. Oh, I have a semicolon, this could be a problem. I need to sum up the calories, not the ranks, of course. So we get 200,006, and that's also the result I already submitted. So yeah, these are the first day challenges. I think what was a really cool challenge, and also pretty much going into SQL. So it's it's at least pretty easy to do with SQL. So yeah, it's well to do with Oracle. And yeah, I'm really thankful that we have this Apex string split function. That would be a lot messier to do this on our own. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you have some different approaches or see some optimization, let me know in the comments. And thanks for tuning in. Have a nice day. Bye.